comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here, and in today's video, it's going to be a brand new edition of Cop Up or Pass Up. But before that happens, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, let's check it out. So like I said in today's video, it's going to be a brand new edition of Cop Up or Pass Up, which those brand new to the channel, especially if you're brand new since yesterday's video of our mystery box battle with Top Pops, Cop Up or Pass Up is a series where I look at a certain set of Funko items and determine whether each of those items via detail, my own personal reaction of said item, and the overall hype from the Funko fanatics on whether these are worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get. And on today's edition of Cop Up or Pass Up, it is on the recently announced Star Wars Celebration 2022 exclusives. Now for this video, we are going to talk about just the Funko Pops and the Funko Sodas, since there were some other items like Loungefly bags and pins. So we might as well kick off this video with the 5 singular Pops. So first off, we got ourselves Darth Vader, which will be shared to the Funko shop. Luke Skywalker, which I believe is shared with Box Lunch in the US. We got the Stormtrooper that will be shared with GameStop in both Canada and the US. We got Princess Leia shared with FYE in both Canada and the US. And we got Chewbacca, which will be shared with Target. Now for the majority of the figures, I do thoroughly enjoyed them because of the fact that some of these characters needed remolds. Darth Vader, which this is okay. I mean, we've had a lot of Darth Vader Pops in the past, especially with newer variants. The Luke Skywalker is pretty cool because we've had a Tatooine version in the past where he has the lightsaber, but it was back in the day when Funko Pops didn't have that much detail and the arms were more to the side. But this time it's actually like Luke Skywalker pre-holding a lightsaber. The Stormtrooper is pretty decent, especially because if you guys remember the very first Stormtrooper Funko Pop and how weird it looks because it has the Funko Pop eyes and not the lens. The Princess Leia is also cool because it's one of those Pops where the original was still pretty decent, but they gave it that 2022 detailed upgrade with this Pop, and I think they did an excellent job with it. The Chewbacca is meh because it's literally the same exact mold as we've gotten since the Force Awakens wave of Pops. All they really did, I think, was just a slight different brown color change. Starting off with Darth Vader, I think it's a pass up because we have so many other Darth Vader Pops, especially better Darth Vader Pops. The Luke Skywalker, I am gonna say cop up the money for because the other version of Tatooine Luke isn't really the greatest, plus you have one where it's like him without the lightsaber, so I think it's a really cool Luke. The Stormtrooper, I'm actually gonna say cop up for because we have gotten this version of Stormtrooper where it was a 10-inch figure, but not a lot of people like 10-inch figures, and they really wanted the 4-inch figure, so now we have that 4-inch figure. The Princess Leia, this one's difficult because I think even the older one is still pretty decent, but if you don't have a Princess Leia, this is the one to get. But for right now, I will say cop up the money for this Princess Leia. And then Chewbacca is a major pass in my opinion, just because it's literally the same exact mold as those older Chewbacca Pops since Force Awakens, except you have essentially a silver stand, and then of course that nice black and silver foil boxes that all of the Star Wars Celebration Pops you're going to be talking about today have. Next up, we have ourselves a 5-pack of those exact same Star Wars Pops we just discussed about. Why? I think that's the only word I can describe about this, because I feel like unless you're planning on actually getting all 5 of these Pops, I don't think it's really worth getting this 5-pack. So for that, it's an easy pass up the opportunity to get this, especially because the price is probably going to drop within the next couple of months or so. Next up, we have ourselves the Lando Calrissian with the Millennium Falcon Pop Rise, or Pop Deluxe as it's actually mentioned as. This is okay. I kind of like the idea that they did this because Lando Calrissian was the original owner of the Millennium Falcon, but I feel like if you already own the Han Solo with the Millennium Falcon, which was originally an Amazon exclusive, then I feel like it's not really a need to get the Lando Calrissian, although this time around it does have that cool black with silver foil box that makes the box look cool in box, but at the same time that Pop is so so big that essentially it's hard to display in box and you want to display it out of box. I feel like unless you are a really hardcore fan of Star Wars, I don't think really the casual Funko collector is going to want to get this, especially like I mentioned, if you already have the Han Solo. So I will say pass up the opportunity to get this pop, especially because, like I mentioned with the 5-pack, the price is going to drop from what it is going to be when it releases on May 27th, probably a couple months after it releases, to be honest. So I'd wait until the price drops for you to get this. Next up, we have the Funko Soda figures of Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker, which are kind of like the retro comic versions, which both of these will be shared with the Funko shop in the US, but Boba Fett will be shared with Grosvenor here in Canada, and Luke Skywalker will be shared with Toys R Us here in Canada. Now, if I can be completely honest, I actually like the designs of these Funko Soda figures of Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett much better than what we got with the original version. However, I am a little iffy on why Funko decided to make the piece count much higher for these rather than what we got for the other ones. I do like the chases for both of these. I think the holographic blue is pretty cool. Hopefully the glow holds up well because blue isn't that great when it glows in the dark. But overall, even if I got just the common, I'd be perfectly fine with either of these because the designs look so cool with this retro comic look. And it's Funko Soda figures. Who doesn't really like Funko Soda figures in today's age? So for that, I will say cop up the money to get these sodas. Next up, we have ourselves a Diamond Collection Grogu from the Mandalorian, which will be limited to 5,000 pieces and will be shared to the ReedPop website. Now, this is okay. I mean, I'm not really entirely the biggest fan of when Funko does Diamond Collection figures on characters that just don't make sense to put that specification with. However, I'm not gonna crap on this pop too much because of the fact that a couple years ago, we did get a Diamond Collection alien from Toy Story, which the green actually looked pretty well on that. So with that, I feel like maybe the green will actually look pretty decent on this Funko Pop for Grogu, and it does make sense that it's a limited piece because I feel like only a certain amount of Star Wars Funko collectors are going to want to get this, especially maybe if you're trying to get a 100% complete set of the Mandalorian Funko Pops. Although I'm not a fan most of the time of Diamond Collection Pops, there was a decent amount of hype towards this, and I think obviously the detail with the black foil box makes up for it. I think it will be a cop up the money to get, especially if you're able to get it at retail price on the ReedPop website, plus it's a limited piece, so even if you flip it on the secondary market, you're making a little bit of cash there. Next up, we have ourselves the Diamond Collection R2-D2, which will be limited to 3,000 pieces, which will be a part of a pop and bag bundle. Once again, I don't understand why they added the Diamond Collection specification to a character like R2-D2 where it doesn't really make sense for the Diamond Collection specification. If this was a metallic pop, I think this totally would have made sense and it would have been, I think, much better as terms to like the reception of the Funko fanatics, the overall hype per se. And I think what makes up for this pop also is the fact of that X-Wing type backpack that you get with it, because I think that kind of is what is a little bit of the money grab. And like I mentioned with the Grogu, I might as well say cop up the money to get this, especially because if you're gonna get it at the regular price on the Funko shop, plus it's a limited piece. And last but not least, we have ourselves some new concept series pops, which we got ourselves a 2-pack of C-3PO and R2-D2, and then a new version of Darth Vader, both of these in which will be shared with the Disney shop in the US. Now these pops are okay. I mean, with the 2-pack, we already got these pops separately, and especially they did a 4-pack exclusive to Amazon where I believe they had the 2 other pops that were commons of, I believe, one version of Darth Vader and one version of Yoda. Now it is separate as a 2-pack, which obviously makes sense because R2-D2 and C-3PO are always together. And then Darth Vader is okay. I do see the difference between this one and the other ones is the fact that it has the same helmet mold as I think the original common one, but it has a different body pose where the lightsaber is off to the side, and you also have the hand sticking out where Darth Vader is doing the Force, which I think is pretty cool. But for right now, I am going to say pass up the opportunity to get this because of the fact that we already got the commons of R2-D2 and C-3PO, and you can get them separately. Plus, this Darth Vader isn't looking like the greatest to where you should get it right away. And I feel like Disney Shop always drops prices as terms to different pops. So yeah, pass up the opportunity for these pops. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's edition of Cop Up or Pass Up on the Star Wars Celebration exclusives for this year, make sure you smash that like button, comment in the comment section below, and let me know what you think is worth copping up the money for or passing up the opportunity to get. And like I said earlier, press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.